Invite a Budget Blinds style consultant to show you how to transform your rooms just by changing your window coverings. Canada's #1 choice for window coverings. Visit budgetblinds.ca today.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Lloydminster RCMP are asking for your help to find 3 people currently on their most wanted lists. William Bernard Bonick is 26 years old and described as about 5'11", 241 pounds with brown hair and hazel eyes. He's currently wanted for failure to comply. 23-year-old Chelsea Valine St. Germain is facing mischief charges. She is 5'5", 135 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. Bruce Sean Ben is 31 years old, described as 6'3", 210 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. He is wanted for possession of a stolen vehicle over $500 and an additional 5 warrants out of Edmonton. If you know the whereabouts of any of these 3 people, you're asked to call Lloydminster RCMP at 780-808-8400. Well, some Lloydminster kids are being recognized as being most improved when it comes to literacy. This as a number of elementary students in the public school division are reading at their grade levels has shot up over the last year. As Bart Padiasic has more now on what got them there.
In his hayfield, he saw his neighbor's daughter.
Wrapped up in a good book, grade 2 student Kenzie and her classmates have fallen in love with reading.
It's fun because you learn, and sometimes they're nonfictions and it's fun to read.
And they're not alone. Today, 80% of grade 1 to 6 students at the LPSD are reading at their grade level, with Jack Kemp Community School seeing a jump of almost 10% from last year.
This is a big deal. We are happy always to celebrate reading achievement.
According to staff, the result comes after an intensive focus on literacy over the last year. Using a combination of mixed classes and reading coaches, the teaching team at the LPSD is receiving most of the praise.
We meet regularly, and that includes classroom teachers, our educational support teacher, our targeted skills teacher, our literacy coach, and the students are viewed as our students. They're not just my students that I have in my classroom.
We go to each meeting with a problem-solving mindset. So if a problem occurs, if a student is running into trouble in a particular level of development in terms of their reading, we come together, the 5 or 6 of us, depending on the number of people on the team, and talk through the problem. All right, so where can we go from here? What are some things that we can try? Where do we need to move with these particular students?
Now, according to teachers at the LPSD, they will not rest at those results, saying they will continue to strive for better numbers next year. In the meantime, reading for these little learners has given them an advantage when it comes to their future.
I like animal books because I am going to be a veterinarian when I grow up.
Bart Padiasic, Newcap News.
Well, no more baby bellies. That is the name of the game for a group of moms in the border city. In this week's Healthy Living, Annika Notveit tells us about Baby Boot Camp, a fitness class exclusively for brand new moms and their babies.
Lindsay Mitchell straps Josie in a stroller and heads to this gym regularly. She was in shape before having a baby and was itching to get back at it. Now she has a little workout partner.
I want her to have fitness as a part of her life, so hopefully some of this resonates with her. And yeah, she enjoys it. She gets to, look at all the other kids. You get a better workout. You're running, you're pushing your stroller, so it's a little bit harder.
Is this a good class?
You say hi.
The fitness instructor is a mom herself and knows how to achieve the goal of pre-baby weight.
So we do a lot of cardio, which will help decrease weight. We add in some strength. Moms are lifting and moving baby carriers, putting strollers into and out of their vehicles, hauling around things.
I'm back to as fit as I was before, if not better.
And Mitchell says she didn't just get fit, but also gained friends.
There's a couple of girls that we stay in touch and take our kids swimming and stuff outside of class. So yeah, definitely met lots of great girls.
A lot of women that aren't from our community and they don't have a lot of support systems, so they come to Baby Boot Camp, they meet a mom who's maybe in the same situation, and all of a sudden they've made friendship.
Once your baby turns 1, you graduate the class, and that's a few short days away for Mitchell.
I love it. I'm going to miss it because once she's a year, I'm going to be done, so I'm definitely going to miss it.
Annika Notveit, Newcap News.
Well, there are many service clubs for youth, but the 4-H taps into the hearts and minds of kids in a very special way. In this week's Ag Report, Gerard Lambeau takes a look at the role the 4-H club has played in the lives of kids here in the Midwest.
Beauty and Percy.
Braille Findlay is 7 years old and is a first-year 4-H'er.
I've learned that you always need to be quiet around cows, and you can't make sudden movements.
Shanna Fleesick is 10 years old and has been in 4-H for 4 years.
You gotta make sure their halter broke, and then you know how to lead them, and you have to train their hair to get combed a specific way.
The 4-H club in Canada is 102 years old.
4-H started in Roland, Manitoba many years ago. Some people gathered and they started thinking about how a group of young people, what they could do for the community, and using our head to think but our heart for loyalty, the health for the better living of our community, and our hands to larger service for our community. So that's our pledge.
Jackson Payne recently sold off his 1,300-pound steer at $5.75 a pound at the 4-H Expo, an investment in his future.
Well, if you want to make money, it's a good way because the cattle's rolling right now.
So what's a typical 4-H meeting like?
We start with the pledge, and then we start talking about new stuff that we need to do.
Shania Richards and her sister brought 8 head of cattle to this year's 4-H Expo.
It's meant a lot to me. Been in it for 12 years, so it's just something I do all the time, and our family shows cattle on the side, and yeah, it's just becomes part of who you are.
Here are some of the highlights of this year's journey.
All members need to do a speech on a chosen topic every year. Getting the job done is a key component.
It's the learning of starting a project, finishing a project, being caretakers of the land and of animals. Members can take many projects, from light horse to beef to grain to swine, goats, and then many things such as welding.
4-H kids are building for the future and their leadership stands out.
If you talk to any teachers who have 4-H kids in their classes, they always tell me, Alison, I can spot a 4-H'er anywhere.
Gerard Lambeau, Newcap News.